Hi guys, welcome back to the Jake Vlogs channel, and as obviously you can tell, I'm away, I'm on holiday, but that's not the main thing I'm going to be talking about in this video. Today, I'm going to be talking about obviously once again, drama at the Etihad. Obviously, as we all know, Spurs faced up against Manchester City last night, or yesterday afternoon, at the Etihad once again, and it finished 2-2. Once again, dramatic VAR decisions in the last minute, which I'm going to be talking about, and I'm also going to be talking about my opinion on VAR, and yeah, why I think it's good and bad for football. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So then, getting straight into it, obviously we know it was 2-2. Man City had a corner in like the 91st minute, I think, whipped in, I believe, by Carl Walker. And I think it was Skip and Laporte both went for the ball, and apparently I didn't notice this at first because I was more concentrating on hoping Spurs don't concede, which obviously did in the end, but personally I did not see the handball straight away. It's not noticeable at all. But looking back on VAR, I said this on my Instagram story. Go follow me on Instagram, jake.reback. Yeah, I said on my story, yes, to be fair, it is harsh on Man City. And if that happened to Spurs or I was a City fan, I would be absolutely devastated. As if City don't win the league because of 1 or 2 points, they're going to look back at a game like this, where some City fans say they got cheated out of the game, which personally 100% is not true. At the end of the day, as I was saying, yes, it's very harsh. It was a very minor decision. Many fans, I don't think any fans knew or saw the handball. I saw Sissoko claiming for a handball, I think, but he was the only player. No other player were protesting to the ref about it. No one saw it. Until all of a sudden the ref looked at VAR, and for the second time against Spurs, Man City got a disallowed goal in the last minute to win the game. On the other hand, Spurs, over the moon, brilliant. Once again, VAR worked in our favour, and yeah, the scenes once again when it was disallowed was absolutely brilliant. I wish I was in that stadium. The atmosphere must have been amazing. What are the chances of happening of just scoring or conceding 2 goals against Manchester City? This is a team that are probably going to win the Premier League 3 times in a row. They got to the Champions League quarter-final. They are a brilliant team at the moment. And what are the chances of City scoring 2 goals against Spurs in major goals? Sterling one was going to get them to the semi-final of the Champions League, and Gabriel Jesus' one was, going to get them the win in the last minute. So what are the chances? As a Spurs fan, I'm buzzing. So yeah, now I've just talked about the goal, I'm going to be talking about why VAR is good for football. So the reason why I believe VAR is good for football is basically it's there to make sure that there are no mistakes in football. And yes, the handball was very harsh, but at the end of the day, there was connection between the ball and his arm or hand. So at the end of the day, it's a handball. Like Sissoko in the Champions League, I have mixed opinions on that, whether it was a penalty or not. But at the end of the day, they looked at VAR, and it was a penalty. So yeah, VAR doesn't always go the way you want it to. Obviously, Spurs being incredibly lucky, it's worked in our favour more than it hasn't. But Spurs fans know that one day it's going to come back to bite us once again. It already did in the Champions League final, in the biggest game of our history, which was an absolute nightmare. Personally, I'm still not sure if it was a penalty, but I'm not getting into all that. So yeah, VAR is there to make sure there's no mistakes in football, and I think if Jesus scored, or I think if the goal was allowed, and they won the game 3-2. I think a lot of Spurs fans would be looking at, well, pretty much the handball and saying, oh, it shouldn't have been allowed, it was a handball, etc. And yeah, it causes no mistakes in football. Like Jesus got another goal disallowed against West Ham when they beat them comfortably 5-0 on the opening day of the season, when I believe his arm or finger was at 1 millimetre offside. And fans are dissing VAR, which I just don't understand, because whether it's 1 millimetre, 10 millimetres, he's still offside. But whatever the distance is, at the end of the day, he's still offside. And yeah, so that goal, VAR was very good in that game. And once again with the Aguero penalty, obviously we know he missed the penalty, but VAR worked in City's favour. Well, I wouldn't even say worked in their favour, because it should have been retaken, because I think it was Declan Rice encroached into the penalty area before Aguero took his shot. So once again, another example of VAR being used in the right way. So personally, I'm quite happy with VAR. I'm not just saying this because obviously what happened last night and what happened in the Champions League quarter-final. Even thinking about Liverpool in the Champions League final, but I still don't believe it was the right decision. I believe many refs wouldn't have looked at VAR or wouldn't have given a penalty. But if we were to win the Champions League final, Liverpool fans would have looked at that and think we should have got a penalty in the first minute, then the game would have been completely different. But yeah, so that's mainly my reason why VAR will be good in the Premier League. I'm sure it will go in every club's favour at some point in the Premier League. So that's why VAR, in my opinion, is good for football. Now getting on to the other side of the spectrum, a reason why I don't think it, might, but not bad for football, but one thing that I don't think will be great for football is you can't always enjoy goals now, especially when you score in the last minute. I remember, VAR was obviously in the Champions League, and when Moura scored his third goal against Ajax to take us to the final, me and my dad, we weren't even celebrating as soon as it went in. Not only because we couldn't believe that we were going to a Champions League final, it was also because we didn't know if it was going to get ruled offside, which is a very annoying feeling. I can imagine how devastated City fans must be getting 2 goals against Spurs disallowed. It must be heartbreaking for them, honestly. It's something that me and my dad were discussing this morning, actually, and if I remember, I'm going to put a poll in the top right hand corner, I believe, up there, and it's, do you think VAR should only be used for offsides, or do you think it should be involved with everything, like handballs, fouls, etc.? Because personally, I think it should be allowed for everything, because I think in that way it's used in the right way. And yeah, personally, I'm very happy with VAR, and I'm absolutely buzzing. I said it in my preview against Man City that if we can come away with a point, however we do it, I'm happy. We got a point, I'm absolutely buzzing, especially the way we got the point. Absolute drama in the Etihad once again. Man City fans, what are your thoughts on it? You must hate us right now, and I don't blame you. You must be heartbroken to pieces. But on a Spurs fan's point of view, we're absolutely loving it to get a point at the Etihad. Brilliant to start the season. We go to Arsenal in about 2 weeks' time, and I have to say, I am confident. I think we can win there. Obviously, I know Arsenal are very strong there, but I believe we can go there and get the 3 points. But that's going to be enough for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. What are your thoughts on VAR? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? And yeah, that was my video explaining why VAR, or my opinion on VAR, and why it is good and why it could possibly be bad for football. But yeah, as I said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you in my next video.